Hello and welcome to Warcraft Daily for today, the 14th of August 2013. So a lot of things have happened the last 24 hours, a lot of things. So first off we have patch 5.4, and then we have the Dark Below, Corcoran Dark Shaman Transmog gear, and the Battle.net client open beta. All of this stuff is awesome. Well, hopefully. Dark Below remains to be seen. So for patch 5.4, it is coming out on the 27th of August. Now we know this because they've said that Season 13 ends on the 27th, and Blue confirmed that the 27th is indeed the date that, that the new patch will come out. So this patch will bring the start of Connected Realms, it will bring, well, perhaps the start of Connected Realms, it'll bring the Siege of Orgrimmar, Time the Isles, Proving Grounds, and yeah, lots of stuff like that, and should be very cool. Now, things you should probably know: Valor points will be they will not be reset, so you probably want to cap 3,000 so that when you get new Siege of Orgrimmar gear, you can upgrade it off the bat. I'm pretty sure item upgrades, yeah, they are still in, so that's a good thing. Now, if you're PvPer, your conquest will be converted down to honor, you know, just the usual sort of thing, and anything above 4,000 honor will be converted into gold at a rate of 35 silver per point. And that's really it. I mean, I can't wait, the patch will be great. I plan on doing loads of videos to sort of get everybody set up, you know, guides, that kind of thing. It should be nice, so yeah, that's very good. Now the next big thing is the Dark Below and the Reaper of Souls. So there is pretty much the next Diablo expansion's probably going to be called the Reaper of Souls. The reason for this is because their teaser, the teaser they released today for the new expansion is, well, the image is called Reaper of Souls, and it's called D3X, which pretty much means it's expansion called the Reaper of Souls. And this does make sense given the state of Leah's soul, and also that Gamescom's in a few days, and this news is coming out right before Gamescom. Now, as for the Dark Below, well, it pretty much leaves it as being World of Warcraft, doesn't it? Now, what's interesting is it depends on what version of the Dark Below you go for. You have Ozumat, who was the final boss of the Throne of... not the Throne of Tides. Yeah, whatever, the Thingy of Tides in Cataclysm, who was, like, his little lore nameplate thing, he said he was like the Dark Below or something. So that was one thing, I think it was Beast from the Dark Below. But then the Warcraft RPG describes the Dark Below as a plane of existence full of demons and infernals. Now, it is the Warcraft RPG, and, you know, it's not canon. Blizzard have said that it's not canon. So there's one thing. Now, when we combine this with... there's a lot of different things. Like, the Dark Below does directly reference Ozumat, which would make you think it's a giant, you know, South Seas, maybe Vashir, maybe Ashara trying to summon in the Legion. Sort of thing. So it could be that, and that could be interesting, although not as interesting as, say, you know, going to a new planet. But I do have a little bit of a theory, actually. So, yeah, there's that. I'm probably sure that's going to be a mixture of both the Burning Legion and Ashara, which is kind of unfortunate. Of course, Rathian did tell us the Burning Legion are coming, so we know that it's probably either this expansion or the next one. Now, as for my sort of conspiracy theory in all of this, well, we don't know, but there was a leak for the movie saying that it followed Khadgar and stuff like that in some other planet. Now, if that movie comes out at the same time that there's a Going to Another Planet World of Warcraft expansion, it could be massive. So I actually think that there's a slight chance. Of course, this is all based off rumors and speculation, but I do believe that there's a slight chance that the movie and Going to Another Planet might come out around the same time in 2015. So there's one thing. Now, the next thing we have is this Corcoran Dark Shaman gear. It's pretty much a new piece of Shaman gear. It's cosmetic. You pretty much have the sort of general wolf head thing, but I actually think this looks really shamanistic, actually. I think it's a very nice set. This, as for when it drops, I'm not particularly sure. I would assume, though, that it's the Corcoran Dark Shaman, and because it's Shaman only, I'd assume it's personal loot. But of course, none of this is confirmed. However, I think it's really nice, and it's cool for Shamans to have a piece of gear that's, well, this is very different from the tier gear, and I think it's nice to have a very shamanistic set. And finally, for today's news, we have a very cool thing in that the Battle.net launcher is now an open beta. So as long as you download the client, the beta thingy is applied to your account as soon as you log in, and I'll have some footage of that in the background. Essentially, it's just a very good client for all the Blizzard games. It manages updates and all that stuff, downloading, install directories, and also has a pretty handy news feed which coalesces everything from all their major sort of news sites, of the blogs of the different websites. So that's all very good. Now there is a chat feature which is planned to be added, but it's not in yet, and it could be even post 5.4. Still, it's a very nice feature, and really that rounds us off with today's news. Not so much actual game information, but a lot of things surrounding the game, I suppose. And honestly, I think it's pretty damn cool what's going on these days. So that's really it for now. So yeah, thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.